Dexter may have taken out most of the killers in New York City, but there's still a big one that remains, the biggest of them all, the New York Ripper. And Clyde Phillips, the Dexter Resurrection showrunner, has confirmed that he will appear in Season 2. Welcome back, guys, to Fog Entertainment. Dexter Resurrection Season 1, in our opinion, was a big success, and it really did bring back the glory days for Dexter. Now, I don't think Dexter Resurrection is as good as I've seen some people rate it in some of the reviews. Some people are saying it could possibly be the best season of Dexter ever, and I just totally disagree with that. I don't think it was that good. For me, there is 3 seasons that are head and shoulders above the rest. I think Season 1, Season 2, and of course Season 4. How could anybody forget about Season 4 and the Trinity Killer? Now, that's not to say that the other seasons aren't good. They are, but for me, those 3 seasons are undoubtedly 1, 2, and 3, and I don't really care what order you put them in, but I think they are first, second, and third. They are the podium seasons of Dexter. Now, could Resurrection be the 4th best season? I would argue yes. I think there's certainly a case for it. I think you could say that it's in there. However, there was other pretty good seasons of Dexter. I know a lot of people don't like Season 8, and I can understand why, but there's Season 7 I thought was a pretty good season. Season 5, if you take out Lumen, I thought was actually pretty good. Season 6, I think, is a bit of an underrated season. So, yeah, I would argue that Resurrection might be the 4th best season. I have no problems with that. It very well could be. But for me, it is certainly not in the top 3, because I think Season 1, 2, and 4 are head and shoulders above all the others. But anyway, let's get back into Resurrection here. So, Season 2... Clyde Phillips has confirmed that the New York Ripper will be making an appearance and will be featuring heavily in Season 2, which is great because, yeah, they dropped like little hints and gave us crumbs to feed on in Season 1, but I think there was so much going on. I think Resurrection had so much going on, and we had such a big cast and big name actors as well. It's like, did they really need to try and fit the New York Ripper in? I don't think so. I think we had more than enough in Resurrection Season 1 to keep us happy. That if they wanted to focus on the New York Ripper, and then I think it could have overshadowed things. So for me, I do think it was better that they're going to leave it, and we're going to get the New York Ripper come to the forefront, essentially, in Season 2. I think that's better than forcing them into Season 1. He could be the main villain. Hell, he could last throughout the entire 10 episodes of Season 2. And I just think that's probably the best thing. It gives us something to look forward to. Plus, Dexter didn't exactly clean up all the loose ends in Season 1. We've still got Rapunzel, who is alive. And then you've got Charlie. That is possible that maybe Dexter would want to kill her, although it did look like he let her go. But we found out at the end of Season 1 that the name of the killer is Dawn Frampt, and that's the real name. So this supposedly shut down a lot of theories that the killer could perhaps be somebody that we've already seen before. Some people thought it could have been the detective in Resurrection Season 1, whose name I've just completely lost in my head. Other people thought it could have been perhaps Jonah Mitchell, and now they're saying that it can't be, and it has to be a new character. But I don't necessarily think that's true, because for example, Jonah Mitchell, it could be Jonah Mitchell under a different name. Now, yes, it says his real name is Dawn Frampt, but how many so-called real names has Dexter Morgan had? He is the king of fake names. Every time he meets a new victim, he literally goes up and makes up a random name. So now you could argue, yes, that obviously there's going to forget his name. What the fuck? What is his name? Oh my god, Leon Prater. How could I forget him? Must have been that short that I just overlooked him. But anyway, the point is, he would have been very thorough, I believe, when he is recruiting people and when he is investigating all these killers and trying to bring them to his table. So he probably would be able to. You would think he'd be able to figure out if someone is real or not. But then again, it did take him a while with Dexter, and I guess he thought Dexter was Ronald Smits for a while. So yeah, no, I just think I think it's unlikely though that the character, the New York Ripper, would be Jonah Mitchell. I think that we are going to get a fresh face. I think it's going to be somebody brand new. Now, some of the names that have been rumoured are Bryan Cranston. I've seen he's one name that has been speculated to play the New York Ripper. Another one is Nicolas Cage, and I don't know if that's going to happen or not, but you know, there are two big names that I think would be a great addition to Dexter, and I would look forward to seeing them both in there. But I think they're maybe a little bit unlikely, but who knows? I mean, they got a big cast in season one. You know, there was a lot of big names in there, so who's to say they can't do something similar for season two? But yeah, I'm looking forward to finding out who the New York Ripper is, and I'm glad that the New York Ripper is going to be a big part, you know, a focal point of season two. I think that's going to be good for Dexter and good for the show, and I'm looking forward to it. And even if it means we get like overall less killers and less antagonists, I think that's good, because to me, the standout seasons of Dexter, they've always had that big bad antagonist. Now, I get it, you could argue season two didn't really have that, but I think you had enough in season two with the whole Dexter and Doak situation. Then you throw Lila in there to the mix, who, you know, pretty much did turn out to be the main antagonist. But for me, if you look at season one and season four, which are, you know, two of the best, if not the best seasons, they had the ice truck killer and they had the Trinity killer. And when you've got like a strong main villain, that seems to produce the best seasons of Dexter. And I think that if the New York Ripper can be a great villain that takes up the majority of the season, then season two of Resurrection could be really good. So yeah, that's my opinion. I hope it's somebody. I hope it's Bryan Cranston. I would like Bryan Cranston. I would take Nicolas Cage. I'd take anybody. I just hope they get a big name actor. And I mean, who says it's going to be a man? I mean, at this point, yeah, I guess they've got a male name, but you don't know. I think it would make more sense to have a male, but you don't know. And also, we might get some returning characters from season one. There's speculation that maybe one or two people did not die and that they could still be alive. So, yeah, I look forward to that. Anyway, guys, that is it. I'll catch you in the next one. Been Fog Entertainment. Thanks for watching, and peace.